Everybody ready? Valuable?
Oh, are we ready for that? I thought we were doing some tricky song. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay, this starts with the piano and the bass. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
A bet, I bet there's a little voice inside your head lying. Dust all your precious things, display them on a shelf. Walk right past the mirror and don't recognize yourself. You're the hands to the needy and a coat for the cold. What I see when I see you is a heart made of gold. If you feel like you are not valuable, let me tell you there's more. If your heart is running in circles, telling your head things that are not true, what would God say to you? Oh, every tear he catches with his hand, and he knows the way your heart breaks within. You're valuable. Is there a story you've been told that put a stain on your soul? Was it handed down your family line, a memory you try to hide? Is there something in the distance that won't allow you to reconcile? Oh, just remember, if you feel that you are not valuable, let me tell you there's more. Your heart is running in circles, telling your head things that are not true. What would God say to you? Oh, every tear he catches with his hand, and he knows the way your heart breaks within. You're valuable. Valuable, let me tell you there's more. If your heart is running in circles, telling your head things that are not true, what would God say to you? With his hand, and he knows the way your heart breaks within. You're valuable.
Good morning, everyone. I think I'm on. Yep, I'm good. Thank you. My name is Laura Mead, and I'm a longtime member, and I'm really glad to be here today, and I'm happy to see all of you here. So welcome, and we appreciate your presence here in our spiritual home and the energy that you bring to this community. So thank you for joining us. And I also want to thank our live streamers and invite you to know that you're connected heart to heart and soul to soul. Not talking well today, but I also wanted to mention those of you who are watching tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday or watching it for the second or third time, just know that you're still connected with us and we still love you and we're glad that you're with us no matter when you're watching us. So know that you're here. We're here to support you on your spiritual journey. We'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of our guests today. Inside the welcome brochure, hopefully you got one if you are new, and we ask you to fill out the guest survey and just put it in the offertory basket later in the service. So thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon. Our speaker today is award-winning New Thought author and Unity minister, Reverend Linda Martella-Whitsett. Reverend Linda recently retired from 6 years in an executive role at Unity World Headquarters, leading Unity's 24/7 global prayer ministry called Silent Unity. In years prior, Reverend Linda served Unity communities in Omaha, Nebraska, and San Antonio, Texas. And I have a little side thing. I thought I had plenty of Unity books on my bookshelf, but after attending the prayer workshop yesterday with Reverend Linda, I decided that today I would go get a couple of our books, and there are more than this, but I got these two, and you get a cool free bookmark with it. So just saying that they're in the foyer and in the bookstore, so I'm sure once you hear Linda speak, you too will add to your collection of books and read them, because there's something new and something fresh that you need to hear. So please take advantage of that. Our musicians are Angela Dooley, who you heard a minute ago, yes, and our Unity CR band, Nina Swanson, Tom Zimmerman, Don Oliver, and Ben Fashionpar. And now we're going to sing the children off to the youth ministry. So let's say our blessing together. We love you, we bless you, we behold the light in you.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Now please stand for our invocation and opening song. And another plug here, if you want to follow along, just click on the app, the Unity CR app, and it has everything you need right there. So if you get lost or just like to follow along, it's there. All right, here's our invocation. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in me. God the good, God omnipotent. We got it 3 times here. God the good, God the good, God the good, omnipotent. Get the song.
Let's sing
Sing
it.
that.
There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in me. God the good, God the good, God the good omnipotent. Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, so alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, so alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, so alive with the Spirit of God.
And now we have a few announcements. We're going to start with Ashley because she is a very busy person today. So we'll start with her.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So nice to see all your faces. My name is Ashley Schrage. I am your Earth Care team lead as well as your hospitality team lead. So today, is this our first member minute? Have we done a member? This is our second. Okay, so this is our kind of new announcement, a little spotlight on our ministry teams. Today is the Earth Care team. Like I said, I'm your team lead, and then your other team members are Janet Bergman, Bonnie Boots Miller, Barb Buchanan, Jim Green, Lisa Klosterman, Margaret Lockhart, Otis McGowan, Laura Mead, Jennifer Morden. Thank you all for your participation in the Earth Care team. We greatly appreciate your presence and your contribution. So what we would like to talk about today is actually our rain barrel project that we have collaborated with the grounds and gardens team on. And we have, here's an image on this slide. We just installed a rain barrel. It's not fully functional right now, but in between the two entrances out front, just on the opposite side of the jade plants there will be 3 different collection sites there, obviously. In the children's garden, we already have a rain barrel set up there as well, and then we'll be putting one in the prayer garden, kind of on the back side of the sanctuary and chapel here. We've spent virtually $0. Lisa found a barrel on the curb on Amnesty Day in Hiawatha. We already had one in the garage out here. Jim had a couple. You know, we have basically all of the materials here, so we've spent basically no money. Again, it's an awesome effort for our groups to collaborate and work on a project together. And then the benefits of these rain barrels are humongous, and we can talk about some of the different benefits here. So just reducing our reliance on the city water lowers our bills, reduces runoff, reduces pollution going into our sewer systems, reduces soil erosion, and it's better for our plants too. There's just less chemicals and toxins in the rainwater that we collect than we're getting from the faucet. And that's another, I was thinking this morning, I was like, why didn't you put that one on there? That was really one of the biggest pushes for us to do these rain barrels, is it's just more efficient as well. We're not having to go to the spigot and fill up the water pots, the water cans, and carry them to the flowers. We're trying to put them in central locations for ease of use as well. So that is the rain barrel projects, and kind of what Earth Care and Garden and Grounds are up to. So, yes. Actually, Frank, we don't have any painted ones right now. We do have some blue ones, which we would like to talk about painting. That's what the image is here. You're right. Thank you, Frank, for the reminder. To have the blue ones painted by members of Unity at Cedar Rapids here. So in the future, we hope to do that. And our next announcement is we have a lot more activity here at Unity CR, and we're just running through those cloth linens in the bathroom a lot more than we were in the past because we're busy, which is awesome. But we need help laundering those linens. So if you want to scan the QR code on the screen or go to your Breeze app, Unity CR website, what have you, there's multiple opportunities for you to sign up and help with the laundering of those linens. We do appreciate you helping with those. Thank you so very much. And then also, we are always looking for hospitality volunteers. We'd like doing brunches here. We'd like to do more brunches. I personally feel that's an opportunity for us to sit down and break bread, get closer, come up with cool ideas to do here at Unity CR. No experience necessary. There's always jobs to be done. So again, you can scan the QR code, go to unitycr.com on the app, whatever medium you like to use. So thank you again so much for that.
Thank you, Ashley. Wow. A few more announcements. After the service, we'll have brunch in the community room. In case you can't smell that wonderful aroma yet, it's going to be there for you after the service. Grab a plate and then join Reverend Linda in the strong room with us for her workshop, Summoning the Power to Act. The True Tuesday group meets this Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. And remember that they are meeting on the second and fourth Tuesdays during the summer. Again, that QR code's up there if you want to learn more about that. The Spirit Space book study continues on Thursdays through the end of June. A new book begins on July 10th, and that's called Understanding Your Soul, the Channeled Wisdom of Jesus by Christine M. Bush, which will be available very soon in Sacred Grounds of Books. You are invited to attend the next Iowa Faith and Climate Network meeting on Wednesday, June 11th. You can meet here, or you can carpool from Unity CR. You can meet there, or you can carpool from Unity CR with Ashley Schrage. There are many opportunities for advocacy in Cedar Rapids next Saturday, June 14th. Juneteenth celebrations and many other events are occurring. So be sure to add the CR Pride's Affirming and Welcoming service to your agenda. Licensed Unity leader Susan Liddell and a team of faith leaders have organized this service as an opportunity to experience a space of healing, affirmation, and unconditional love. Next week, Chris Klosterman will be our speaker. And then the following week, we have Reverend Glenda Walden here in person for a workshop on Saturday, June 21st, and then a service the next day on June 22nd. If you have a prayer request today, your prayer partners are Susan and Janet. They're back there, and they will be in the prayer room after the service. And that concludes the announcement. So now let's sing for a little bit.
One. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I feel the Spirit moving in me. 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 I feel the love 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 moving in me. I feel the joy 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 moving in me. I feel the vision moving in a vision moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit. I feel it in me. I feel the Spirit. I feel the Spirit. It's moving in me.
From up here, I could see that some of our congregation members were moving with the Spirit, so that was really fun to see. So thank you for that. Now, please join me in saying our statement of purpose. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of Spirit. At Unity CR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. Our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. And now I'm going to say the daily word. The daily word today is kindness, and many of you know that Reverend Paul Hasselbeck usually takes the Sunday daily word and slightly interprets it a little bit differently, so I'm going to grab a little bit of what he has as well. He just tweaked it by adding one little paragraph, so it's very similar to what you have in your booklet at home. The word for today is kindness, and the affirmation that he has is, I am kind as an act of grace. When I think of being kind, I am reminded of the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. At a moment when I might be tempted to lash out at someone, I pause and remember that I will never regret being kind. Kindness only takes a moment, and it requires no special effort. I could smile at a stranger, hold the door for the person behind me, or let someone go ahead of me in line. These small, kind acts bless everyone involved. Other kind efforts may take more thought. I think of how I prefer to be treated. I certainly want to be heard and respected. I want to know that my views and opinions matter. I want others to see my value and treat me with dignity. This is how I then treat others. The affirmation is, I am kind as an act of grace. And the Bible verse is from Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21. Whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life and honor. And now we'll have more music.
Place where you can always go. Come with me. Where it's all right to let your feelings show. Come with me. What a pleasant journey. Isn't very far. We could go together. Stay right where you are. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. There is a place where you can be yourself. Come with me.
and it's a place where you can free yourself. Come with me. And you know it's waiting, not so far away. Need no reservations, we could go today. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. And the light shines through each window, and the door is open wide, and each question has an answer if you'll only look inside. There is a place where every sorrow ends. Come with me. Where every hope and every truth begins. Come with me. What a pleasant journey, isn't very far. We could go together, stay right where you are. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart.
Oh my goodness. Whew. Your heart open? Good morning, everyone. It's truly a pleasure to be with you again. And those of you in the Zoomosphere, I'm so glad we're all together in one spiritual space this morning, right? Boy, that music, that message in the music really touched me. And it made me think about how proud I feel as I stand here this morning hearing about what you're all about here. You know, I'm well aware that the earth care efforts and the spiritual activism, right, the things that are important, the values that we uphold in unity are being demonstrated by those of you who are out in the community and doing the work. So I thank you, and what a contrast it is to so much of what I'm certainly seeing and experiencing in the world around me. How about for you? And so, you know, the song really is a lead-in to the conversation that will become possible if you gather with me after the service. I don't mean to give a plug for myself, but it's a serious and intentional conversation to have about, you know, not just about what can I do, but where do I get what I need in order to do in the world today, in order to, to make sure that our voices are heard and that, we can work toward the kind of nation and communities that we want to be. So I thank you for introducing all of that with such heart. The word, it's safe to feel your feelings, something like that you sang, that really is it. So friends, one thing I'm aware of is when we humans are faced with troubles, when unwanted things are happening in our experience, it's as if we're standing on a ledge, isn't it? Feeling afraid and powerless. some possibilities. My teenage child is engaging in risky behaviors. I'm worried that he won't make it to adulthood, and I want him to snap out of it, darn it, and get his act together now. Anybody, any parent amongst us ever encountered that? It's where a lot of our gray hairs came from, yeah? Or I've been hospitalized with troubling symptoms. You know, hold on, your Wi-Fi's playing around with me. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, the doctors have so far been unable to figure out a diagnosis or prognosis. I'm scared that I could become incapacitated, or I could die. I want to get well. Who among us hasn't had that feeling? Or my sister and I have not spoken for 2 years. Insert the person of your, in your connection, right? My heart aches and I feel I'll never be close to her again. I'll lose her forever. I want to forgive and I want to reconnect. My brother is dying. I have regrets and I feel so sad. I just want him to recover and live. I got fired from my job. I had just bought a house, darn it, and I have no income, just a little savings. I'm so afraid of losing everything that I've worked so hard for in my life. I want a new job now. I'll repeat. When we humans are faced with troubles, when unwanted things are happening in our life experience, it's as if we're on a ledge, feeling afraid and powerless. Have you been there? Have you been on the ledge where I've been? Because I'm going to tell you, every single one of these situations that I just spoke, I've lived those situations. They were real to me. They might be different people at different times that I've had that experience with, but this is it. And in unity, too often what I've learned over the years of my deep dive into unity is so often we want to just jump right to an affirmation and bypass our feelings, bypass the recognition of what's happening within us when we're having a tough time. Does that make sense to you? Have you ever, I've been around long enough that I've been around the times where, if you dare to be honest and say, I'm having a tough time, you get the, cancel that, change that. That's not truth, right? And you get sort of shamed into hiding what's going on with you. Now, I know we're a kinder, I like the word kindness for today, we're a kinder movement today. There's more evolution of understanding, but that's such a tempting thing inside of ourselves to do the same trick on ourselves, is to say, stop that, just say an affirmation. Slap that spiritual Band-Aid over the whole thing, right? And of course, the dominant culture has conditioned most of us to call out for help from a rescuing deity. And most of us have been there too, have we not? And we know this culture very well, because this is the one that says, God might be persuaded to do something in our favor. Wow. Well, I know from experience, do you, that I can never predict whether my teenager's going to get back on track or end up in the criminal justice system or worse, right? I can't predict that, standing where I am in the midst of that scenario, right? And I can't know whether my health challenges will resolve or require me to make some adjustments to accommodate physical limitations. I can't know that when I'm sitting there in that unknown time. I certainly can't force a connection with my sister. I cannot know what she is thinking or feeling on the subject of our relationship, right? I can't predict her, can't know for her. And I can't anticipate whether my brother will recover or whether his body will die. Of course, ultimately, you've heard it from a legislator, we're all gonna die. Oh my goodness. We can't know from where we stand. We can't know what the outcomes will be, right? This is why we feel powerless, is it not? Because we cannot see into the future, even into the next moment. And that powerlessness is why we pray. Do you agree? It's why we go to prayer. Now, conventional prayer will tell us to give our cares over to God. We've been conditioned to regard God as that all-powerful deity that might be willing to give us our desired outcome. Conventional prayer presumes human helplessness, powerlessness, and divine omnipotence, right? Humans are weak, God is powerful. You know the story. And you also know, if you've been around Unity even for a little while, hearing the messages and the music as is here, that Unity prayer is not conventional prayer. It's not conventional prayer. Unity prayer is not about catching God's attention. It's about attending to the power within. I'm going to say that again. In unity, prayer's not about catching God's attention. It's about attending to what is within us, to the power within us. It's not about longing for what we want, but it's about realizing what we are, and therefore what we're capable of. Does this thrill you? This, to me, is the signature for me of my spiritual life, being able to know that even though I'm standing on a ledge, I'm never powerless. That there is an opportunity for me to realize, to wake up to myself, and then to begin again, resourced, right, with the inner resources that I have. That prime principle in unity is called oneness, right? That's what unity means, isn't it? Oneness, right? There's only one power. You say it here every week. There's only one power, spiritual power. That power is within. So oneness means this, and I say this over and over again. You might have heard it last time when I was here. That oneness means I am 100% human, and I am 100% divine or spiritual. And it is the both of them, the 100% divine human that I am. That's what's called oneness. When I say God and I are one, that's what we mean. That all that God is my nature as well. And so with prayer is accessing that reality. Because I don't know about you, but finding my spiritual sometimes is a little evasive. That spiritual can stay in hiding, especially when I'm having a perfectly human moment, right? That spiritual me can sort of be very silent and in the background because it's in the invisible of me, right? I can't see it, I can't touch it, I can't point to it like I can point to another human. And so that part of me, I have to find where's the accessibility to that. Well, prayer is one of the simplest and foundational practices in unity in order for us to experience our spiritual side, the nature of us. You've been there, right? This is why we meditate. Yeah. So it's aspecting that less obvious, less apparent to us aspect of being, our spirituality. It's not calling out, but diving in. That's prayer. Not calling out, but diving in. Now, when we turn this prayer around, right, instead of talking to God, we talk from a consciousness and awareness of our divine identity, and our divine identity is speaking to our human identity. Right? That's what's happening in prayer. We're asking that spiritual of us to inform our humanity so that the whole of us can do something in our life, can move forward. Do you have that picture of what I'm saying here? You know, this is This is the natural way of things. And I didn't make this up. Co-founder of Unity, Myrtle Fillmore, said, prayers are not sent out at all. She said, sometimes that's our trouble. Where would we send our prayers? We should direct them to our minds and our hearts and to our affairs. That's what Myrtle said. And what that means is that I am talking, my highest sense of self is speaking to my scared human in a moment of prayer. And that's what allows me to understand and get real and be able to then act accordingly, right? So when I feel powerless, I can pray for the purpose of uncovering my inner power. I mean, that's essentially what we're saying. Is this enticing? Is this something that you have experienced or that you know or that you want to know more about, right? I wish there was a different word than prayer, because prayer speaks of talking to a deity. But maybe affirmative treatment or thought, affirmative thought is a good way to think about it. Because, affirmative prayer is a transformation of thought or a realization of inner power or a claiming of our spiritual and human identities. Any way you say it, it's about waking up to who you truly are and therefore what is possible for you, right? So here's my analogy. When my husband Giles and I moved to San Antonio, Texas, many, many years ago, we lived there for 14 years, and I just sang hallelujah on the highway when I saw the Texas roadways were so logically organized in a way that, me, who was always directionally challenged, could figure it out, right? So there's these loops on the highways in San Antonio, an inner loop and an outer loop. And when I first got there, I drove around and around the city because the same street that was I know that street, it came up, but I was on the other side of town when I actually exited. So I was very confused. The good thing about the San Antonio highways is they're constructed with businesses are all on the outside, right? There's a series of access roads on the outside of those loops. So when you're driving and you want to be at a location that's on the other side of the highway, you don't have to do what I had to do growing up in Pennsylvania on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. If you missed your turn, your turnoff, you might have to go 20 miles out of your way further before turning around and getting back to where you want to go. Not in Texas. They have these things called turnarounds. I mean, how brilliant is this? Turnarounds. So all I had to do when I wanted to be way back there on the other side is, instead of getting off an exit, just go to the inside lane. Didn't have to wait for a light, didn't have to worry about traffic. Just turn around. And I'm on the access road and go just exactly where I had intended to be. I thought, what a great idea for somebody like me, right? So I got this whole metaphysical thing going on with myself. My parents were square dancers, right? So the thought that occurred to me was, prayer is like the Texas turnaround. I got the Texas turnaround, right? It's okay, I don't like how I'm feeling. I don't like what's happening. I'm feeling that way right now about the world around me, about the decisions being made by this current administration. I don't know how you're feeling, but I know how I'm feeling some kind of way. And so here I am on the ledge, feeling scared about that, feeling helpless, what can one person do? All of that energy, right? In the midst of that, I can apply prayer, and what happens is I literally turn around to go from feeling utterly powerless and mournful over the conditions that I'm seeing, and I find my spiritual capacity. I go to that very location of spiritual strength, of determination, of power, of the things that I'm going to need in order to be able to to counteract and to be able to help actually to make a difference and to make things better in the world. I have to do that, though. I have to make that turnaround in my awareness in order to access my inner power. Is that a good, I hope you take that with you. Dance your Texas turnaround, right? The Texas turnaround. Because this is it. Prayer at its best is me finding the power within me to turn around my thinking. That's it. Turn around my thinking. Because we know that when I turn around my thinking, I literally now have a new set of possibilities. And I can act on them, you see? Yeah. So nothing about this spiritual tool requires us to dismiss our feelings. Feelings are part and parcel of it, right? This is not a dismissal of that, but it is a claiming of what's the message of my feelings that tells me what's going on with me, such that I can bring it to prayer, and such that I can then say, what is a spiritual antidote for what I'm experiencing now? What's the power that's within me that I could claim and that I could do something with? And then I do it. I make that turnaround in my awareness, you see. So, when I pray about my teenager, going back to these scenarios, I can recognize that the nature of God is infinite wisdom. We know this, right? God is wisdom. God is wisdom, fully accessible at every moment of our lives. So I can claim that wisdom for me, because I'm the worried mom, right? I'm the worried mom. I need the wisdom too. So I can intuit moment by moment how to stay centered even while all this is happening out of my control, my son's behavior, out of my control, right? But in the midst of that, how do I stay centered while offering support to him in the way that I can? Because I tell you what support doesn't look like. It doesn't look like what I did with my son when he was a teenager, of like saying, you just only want to lie to us, you're just a liar, calling him names that were totally contrary to his spiritual identity. You see that? Totally contrary. But instead, claiming that wisdom so that I know when to speak and when to hold my tongue with him, that I know how to hold him and how to see wisdom in him and how to remember the moments when he behaved from wisdom so I can know that it's in him and that I can be the champion of that for him until he comes back to himself. The spiritual work, hardest work, most fruitful work. Yep. When I pray about my health concerns, I can recognize God is infinite life, right? The vitality and energy of divine life. That wholeness that cannot be diminished even by something happening in my physicality. Can't be diminished. Can't be threatened. So I can claim infinite life and wholeness. I can think, I will to be well. This was a Charles Fillmore. You can read this in Jesus Christ Heals. I will to be well. And then I can take action every day to the limits of my physical ability at the time. I can take actions that demonstrate vitality, that demonstrate flow, that demonstrate the energy of living. I can live no matter what's going on in my physical body. Do I hear that? I can choose that. And that's me agreeing with life rather than with illness. It's not denying that I've got a physical condition to deal with. It's saying, nevertheless, I am life itself. Let me live. Let me live well today, you see. See, I have my hair standing on ends. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm moved by this. Time and time again, the value of our practices really strike me, you see. Whew. When I think about my brother or loved one approaching death, I pray realizing God is infinite love. But love, accessible by me as well as by my brother. I claim the harmonizing power, which I harmonize my own thoughts because let's face it, when a loved one is dying, we have all kinds of feelings about it, right? There's so much sorrow that goes along with so much love, right? There's so much complexity. We might have unfinished matters with them that cause the grief to be complex, right? And require, more sensitivity for me, right? But I claim that power of divine love so that I can know in my heart that my brother and I are bound eternally in love, that his physical presence going away will not change that. That reality, that I could never lose the love that we are. I get clear that his physical presence may die, but his spiritual presence is incorruptible. Does that change? Does that mean that I don't feel sad, that I don't maybe cry or feel my emotions? No. But sitting right alongside of that perfectly human set of feelings is the truth that I know all the while. You see? The both and of it. We never need to squelch our humanity, because our spirituality doesn't require us to eliminate our human. You hear that? So important, so important. So when I think about Unity's affirmative prayer, I think empowerment. I think transformation of my thinking, turning around, reorienting myself, seeing myself more clearly, integrating my human and divine identity, saying to myself, I am a divine human. That's what prayer with a Texas turnaround, that's what that means to me. Yeah. So I invite you to join in a meditation experience with me where we can meet our divine human. Okay? For a moment, just hold your arms out over your lap, if it's possible for you to do that, with your hands open, your palms turned upwards in receptivity. And as you breathe and relax your shoulders as much as you can while you're holding, just direct the exhaled breath down your arms and into your open palms. Sense the vibration there, the collection of energy, or warmth, tingling, heaviness, whatever the sensation. The breath of life. And gently lower your hands to your lap, knowing that you have been in touch with prana, chi, the life force, spiritual energy. It's invisible, yet perceptible, isn't it? Just like the power within. So with an open heart, a wide open mind, recognize infinity. The spaciousness around you. The field of all that is and all that is possible. God. Accessible just like my next breath. Effortless. Inclusive. Unrelated to my limited beliefs and regardless of my circumstances. All that is right in this moment. And I have access to it all. So I call myself to an awareness, to a claim, really, to say, I am a divine human. I am a divine human. Let this truth register in your brain, in your nerves, in your muscles and bones, in the organ systems of your body, in your heart, in your life. I am a divine human. I am a divine human. I soothe the human brain that might be arguing, but I can't be all that. I soothe it by having my divine nature lead the way. I am all that God is in the moment of my awareness. So I am divine wholeness. I am divine beauty. I am divine power, divine strength, divine grace, divine serenity, divine enthusiasm, divine harmony, divine reconciliation and joy and audacity and compassion, clarity, balance and vision. I am what I know God is. How am I going to make this real in my life? To know what I am, to meet the demand of each moment by acting the part of my true identity. To know I am human and I am divine, and the whole of me moves forward in life. And so let's appreciate the gift of spiritual awareness. Place the palms of your hands, open palms, on the sides of your head so that your fingertips touch at the crown. And celebrate and appreciate your divine mind that knows its true nature. Now position your palms one on top of the other over your heart. Celebrate and appreciate your divine heart that knows its unity. And if you can, raise your arms overhead and breathe in as you do so. When you exhale, turn your palms downward and sweep them down through your whole physical body. Celebrate and appreciate your divine body that knows its wholeness. And place your hands in a prayer position in front of you, just as an acknowledgement of how sacred you are. I am a divine human, fully capable of doing all the things that I'm inspired to. I am a divine human. Breathe in, breathe out, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. 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 Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Wait a little bit there, Angela. I want to make sure I got the sounds right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm still awake in my bed, and I can't shake these lies, they keep running around in my head. But what if I saw me the way that you see me? What if I believed it was true? What if I traded this shame and self-hatred for a chance at believing you? 'Cause you knit me together in my mother's womb, and you say that I've never been hidden from you, and you say that I'm wonderfully, wonderfully made. You search me and know me, you know when I sit, when I rise. So you must know the choices I've made and the pain that I hide. But what if I saw me the way that you see me? What if I believed it was true? What if I traded the shame and self-hatred for a chance at believing you? 'Cause you knit me together in my mother's womb, and you say that I've never been hidden from you, and you say that I'm wonderfully, wonderfully made. In your eyes they have seen me before I was born, and you know all the good things that you made me for, and I'm wonderfully, wonderfully made. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And just when I consider the heavens above, oh, what is man that you're mindful of us? Still you say that we're wonderfully, wonderfully made. And you promise that you'll never leave me, oh Lord, and that you hem me in both behind and before, and I'm wonderfully, wonderfully made. 'Cause you knit me together in my mother's womb, and you say that I've never been hidden from you, and you say that I'm wonderfully, wonderfully made. In your eyes they've seen me before I was born, and you know that the good things that you made me for, and I'm wonderfully, wonderfully made. Wonderfully made. Help me believe it, help me to see me just as you see me, just like you made me, wonderfully made. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Thank you for that beautiful music, and thank you, Reverend Linda, for your inspirational and transformative message today. Thank you. And now it's time for our offertory, our blessing. So we ask that our ushers come forward. I think we have Otis and Jennifer. Great, thank you. While the ushers are coming forward, we invite everyone to hold their love offering for a blessing. And we invite those of you online to make your contribution to unitycr.org. Those of you in here or anywhere that don't have paper money, you can certainly do something, donate on the app or at unitycr.org. It's all together. All right, we bless these baskets and the abundance they will soon receive. We see them as symbols of the potential available to all of us. As we participate in the sacred act of giving and receiving, we give abundantly, we receive thankfully, and we give again generously. Please join me in our offertory statement. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
Let's all sing together the showers of blessings.
Now are the showers of blessings sent by the Father of love. Now is the time of expressing bountiful gifts from above. Showers of blessings, showers of blessing in store. Windows of heaven are open, showers of blessings outpour. Now are the showers of blessings meeting our moment in need. Now are the riches of heaven healing our hearts of all greed. Showers of blessings, showers of blessings in store. Windows of heaven are open, showers of blessings outpour. Bountiful measures fulfilling, pouring upon us, O Lord. Now are the showers of blessings, promises made by thy word. Showers of blessings, showers of blessings in store. Windows of heaven are open, showers of blessings outpour.
Freely we give, and gratefully we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these tithes, gifts, and offerings to the will, the work, and the way of the Christ as it expresses through this ministry of love and service. We surround these members of our spiritual community who have made known their prayer requests with our loving thoughts and prayers. We affirm and know that each person is blessed with wisdom and discernment, health and wholeness, and prosperity in good measure. We release these requests, trusting that all is well. Amen. Before we sing our closing song, I want to just have a couple of reminders that we have brunch in the community room, and we invite you to grab a plate and then join Reverend Linda in the strong room for her workshop, Summoning the Power to Act. And now please stand for the peace song.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us.
I am the
love
love
of God.
God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God washes over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Amen.
Okay, I feel the Spirit. Just the first 2 verses. First 2 verses. 1, 2, 3.
I feel the Spirit moving in me. 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 I feel the love 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 moving in
He wanted to be the